Whether this is working for or against Harry depends what you think the end game is. In his 2 interviews, he has said that his end game is now bringing about some kind of reform of the UK media. That is both a huge task and probably an impossible one, and probably also not something for somebody to do who has an imperfect understanding of the media, as he clearly does. So one of the things you hear him talk about all the time is tabloids. His hatred and resentment is directed against tabloids, as if it were not the broadsheets who are also carrying many of these stories, as if it were not broadcasters carrying these stories. And he also doesn't recognise the need and value of good journalism, or he doesn't explicitly realise that. So him as a press reformer, tricky. If his end game is a reconciliation with his family, again, I wouldn't have thought this was the way to bring it about, but that doesn't mean I'm critical of him doing it, because I think his real purpose in all of this is that he has felt traduced by everything that's been written and said about him, and he felt the need to try to regain the narrative. He's done that to the limited extent that this is ever possible. I think one of the really big problems is that the royal family is misunderstood as a tourist attraction, as celebrities, as a sideshow, as the cast of The Crown, a long-running soap opera. This is a huge institution of state. It has significant powers, it has significant influence, it gets a shed load of money from us, the taxpayers. It has, the king is head of state in 14 other realms as well, and we're treating it like a soap opera. Obviously, this is reputationally damaging in all sorts of ways, because how can you have credibility as head of state? How can this be a credible system if what you're seeing is dysfunction and also inequality? Because this is a story, of course, about race, about misogyny, about all sorts of things that are part of modern discourse.
I thought it was completely unnecessary. I hope he puts it all behind him and moves forwards, but who knows with it. That wasn't for me personally. He's washing his dirty laundry in public too much. Don't need it. I think it's a bit wrong, but I hope they're all right.
I have a lot of sympathy for Prince Harry, honestly. I think what he's come out is not very comfortable. The things that he's saying is not very comfortable, but he's also a human being and has right to his own opinions and his ability to say, how he feels in real life. So I do have a bit of sympathy for him.
He has his own right, each to their own. He has his own freedom to express his side of the story. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, in my opinion.
I don't know. For me, I'm kind of like stuck between, because for me, there's always 2 sides to a story. So, coming out, I'm not sure exactly who's telling the truth, but there must be some sort of truth of what Harry is talking about. But I'm kind of like stuck between.
To be honest, I think we've all got our own problems in this world, and it's a first world problem to have whatever they're going through. They should just keep it to themselves and deal with it. I don't think doesn't really bother me. That's it.